Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft. I'm back today with another sort of compilation video of 10 different ways you can make gift card holders, money wallets, that kind of thing. We've got some pop-ups and stuff in there, so I hope it gives you some ideas and inspiration. So if you stick with us, I'll show you what we're going to make. Okay everyone, we're going to do the first one. Now this is a pop-up sort of card wallet, if you want to call it. I've got a little prototype here. Basically, when it wants to work, it will pop up just like that. Okay, so really easy to make. I've got 2 pieces of card. The first one is 8 1/4 by 3 3/4. Score the long side at 4 1/8. That will be your card base. The inside bit is 8 by 3 5/8. Dead easy, just score 2, 4 and 6. Okay, really easy. I've decided to use a gold mirror card, but I'm going to turn it around just so it doesn't reflect the light. This is 4 1/2 by 2 7/8. All you want to do on the long side is score this at 4 inches. Okay, this will be the bit that I'm going to have my gift card on. And yeah, that's it for scoring. So take the bit that we scored at 2, 4 and 6. The middle score line is a mountain and the other 2 will be a valley, so it will be like that. Now this middle score line, we need to cut a little slit in it. So I'm going to take a pencil first, and what I'm going to do is measure in from each side about 3/8 of an inch. Okay, and then from them 2 pencil marks, I'm going to draw a line, one at either side of the score line, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, can you see there? I've drew the 2 pencil lines at either side of the score line, and we're going to cut these out. So I'm just going to use my little knife here. Well, I'm saying little knife, it's not, but I like it, it's really sharp. And just cut on the pencil lines. And then just cut across the top to completely cut them away. Okay, there we go. If you have any pencil marks, just rub them out. That done. So I've cut some little pieces of paper that I'm going to decorate the inside with. They should be 3 1/2 by about 1 7/8. Glue these on. Okay, that's what we've got. So if we take our card base, I'm going to decorate the front and the back of mine with the same paper. You may want to put a sort of little white piece of card on the back to write a message, or you could also have a little message on here. You could stamp. Okay, there we go. So this is really simple. So you're going to take this bit which I've got for my gift card, and what you're going to do is you're going to stick it, you're going to pop glue underneath, and you're going to pop it just past the score line, which I'll show you that close up in a minute. So you're going to stick this bit here just past the score line. Like that. So you're going to have it just on there. And what you can do is you can take this bit, you can pop it through. Where's mine not going through? I cut it. That's it. So pop it through. And then you kind of get a rough idea of where you need this to go, just to get it level and stuff. Just make sure it's definitely past the score line or it's going to ruin it. Go. See that there? And then what you're going to do is you're only going to put glue on this end one and this end one to get it attached into here. Okay. Can you see that there? So your gift card, I am just going to use my Nectar card because I don't have a gift card, and mine is going to go on the very front of my card. I just popped a little glue dot on the back of it. Okay, so I've got my, what would be my gift card, like that. Now I've got a little piece that we're going to make a little sort of Velcro closure with. This is about 3 inches by 1 1/4. I'm going to round the corners of one of the ends, and then I'm just going to fold it in the middle. Actually, you can score it if you want. So this is going to glue on the back, and then I'm going to have a little Velcro dot, so it's more like a sort of pop-up wallet really. So glue on the back. Okay, and then I've got some little pieces of Velcro here. I've got some Velcro circles and I'll just cut them into quarters. So I'm going to pop one on here. And then I'm going to pop this one on top of there, so that when I stick this down, it will all be in the right place. So you've got your little wallet there that pops up to reveal your gift card. How cool is that? And then I'd cut a little snowflake, which I hope will fit on there. That should fit on there. Of course, you can decorate yours however you want. I'm just giving you the, you know, the basic idea of how to do it. I'm going to pop that on there. This might actually make a good mail one actually, so there we go. How cool is that? So let's move on to the next one. Okay, this next one is going to be a really simple sort of little mini bag that we're going to make. I've got a piece of card which is 6 by 4.5 inches. On the 6-inch side, you want to score it at 3 inches. Okay. Now have your fold line here. Take a pencil and a ruler, and what you want to do is along the top you want to measure in 1/2 inch each side, so 1/2 inch, and then I can mark it 4 inches. And you want to draw a pencil line from the bottom corner up to that pencil mark at 1/2 inch. Okay. And the same one with this side. And then you can use your trimmer if you want. I'm just going to use some scissors and I'm just going to cut straight up those pencil lines. So you will now have that shape, okay? And then what I did was I just took this and I drew around it, and I sort of created a little piece of patterned paper to go on the front, but I just trimmed it a little bit shorter. So that's going to go on the front of my little bag. Okay, so I've got that on the front. And then I've got a piece of the same blue card which is 1/2 inch by 7. This is going to be the handle, so I just sort of give it a bit of a curl around like a handle shape, and then it's going to go like this on the inside of the little bag. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on the end like that. I'm going to have it about here. And then I'm going to put some card in. You could stamp a sentiment here or whatever you want to do. So my little gift card again, I've just put a glue dot on the back and it would just sit in there. Okay, just like so. So what you can do is I've got a piece of card which is 2 inches by 1 inch, and I've rounded the corners on one of the ends. I'm going to score this at 1 inch, which is roughly the middle. And this is going to be my little closure. So we're going to have, it's going to get glued onto the back like that, so it's more like a little bag. And then I've took some tiny little Velcro dots. Well, they weren't tiny, I've cut them up, so I'm going to glue little gift bag, which when you open up has your little gift card in. So I love this one. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one is going to be like a pull-up present card. Okay, so that's what we're going to make. So I have got a piece of card which is 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. Score the long side at 4 1/8. Score the short side at 1/2 inch on each end. You've got a little piece which is 3 1/2 by 2. Score the short side at 1 inch. That's it for the scoring. So fold and burnish these. Okay, you're going to cut away 2 of these score sections here. Okay, you're going to put glue down both of these glue tabs and you're going to glue it like that, but I'm also going to take just a little bit off the top of these here, just so when we glue them they don't get in the way. You can't sit there, kitty, come on. So glue down both of these. Okay, that's going to be the front. I've got a piece of patterned paper which is just slightly over 3 inches by 4 inches. That's going to go on the front. Okay, now I've got a piece of card which is 4 3/4 by 3 1/8. This is going to be the bit that is going to slide in here for your card. So with this piece here, we need to glue it into this, so this will lift up and down. Okay, so just a bit of glue on here. Glue this in, and then some glue on here, and just glue that together. So it should just sit like that. Okay, so obviously your gift card's going to go on there. I'm going to stamp ho ho ho, so when the person lifts the gift card off, that's what it'll have. There, then in here, like that. Now what I've done as well is I've cut some gold mirror card, which I want to have a strip up here, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue on. It's 1/2 inch in width, this, but you don't want to stick it to the top yet at present, so we could take that out for now. Just trim that off. Then we can pop the gift card back in and we can have the other bit glued on there. Okay, just like that, so it looks as if it's just running up there. And snip that off. Then I've got a little bow that I cut out, just a little die cut bow, and I am going to attach that just to there. A bit of glue off. And there we have it, a gorgeous little sliding present. So I hope you will try that one. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is again really simple, but I think it's so nice. I've got a piece of card which is 10 by 4 inches. Score the short side at 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to turn it round and do 1/2 inch again. Score the long side at 5 inches. Okay, that's it, really easy. Then just fold and burnish the score lines. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut the score line away just up to the middle score line. You're going to have adhesive down both of these score lines, and they're going to fold in, and that is going to get glued on the top. Okay, so that will be the front and that will be the back. So I'm going to quickly do that now. Okay, so that's what we've got. It's basically like a little pocket. Got a piece of white card which is 5 by 1 inch, I believe. No, 5 by 1.5. That's going to go straight down the middle. Then I've got a little piece of black card which is 1 inch by 3. Then I've got a little buckle that I made just from a layer and die that I've got. That's just going to go in the middle. And then I've got a couple of little buttons that I cut from a button die. I've got a piece of card which is 2 7/8 by 4 3/4, and this is going to slide in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is punch a hole in the top. Right. I think I'm going to round the corners as well. And I've cut a bit of ribbon, just tie some ribbon, put some ribbon through the little hole. Okay, so I've got my little jingly tag, and then my same little gift card will go just on the tag with a glue dot, and then that will just slide in there. There we go, just so simple and so easy, but I think it just looks really effective. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, we're going to move on to another one. Now I've got a piece of card which is 11 3/4 by 4.5. You're going to score the long side at 5 inches, 5 7/8, and 6 3/4. Okay. So you are going to fold the middle score line in a mountain, and then these two are going to go in a valley, so that the card will fold up like a sort of M shape like this. Okay. And give them a good burnish. So that is what you should have. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to pop some glue just down the side here and just right across the bottom. So just a little bit here, a little bit across the bottom, just a little bit there, and then press that down. Okay, so then when you open the middle up, you should have this. Now we need to cut a little bit away with a die here. So I've got, just say for example, the gift card I'm going to have in, so I'm just going to cut that much away. And this die happens to be, the cut lines on it are 4 1/4 inches, and I'm just going to quickly cut that out like that. Okay, I've cut that out, and then when I open the card up this way, this should now slot in. There you go, so you've got your little gift card in there now, and it's up to you how you decorate it. So I've got some paper for the outside front. So there we go. Isn't that just so sweet? And if you wanted to, you could pop a little piece of white card there and write your message on, or you might want to decorate it with something else. It's entirely up to you, but I just think that is another really nice way for a gift card. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one is going to be a money wallet, and it's really easy to make. I've got a piece of card which is 8 3/4 by 8 inches. We're going to score the long side at 2.5 inches and 6.5 inches. turn it to the short side, the 8-inch side, and score at 1/2 inch, and then I'll just rotate it round and 1/2 inch again. That's it, really easy. So we've got 2 sections here. One of them is slightly wider than the other. Make the wider one the bottom of your money wallet, so it will fold up like this, and then the top will come down like this. Okay, so we need to keep, where's my scissors gone? I lost them again. Oh, I lose everything. Right, we need to keep this one here, these 2 boxes, but we need to get rid of the other 2. So turn it round, and we're just going to cut these ones away. Okay. And then I'm going to fold them. Okay, so we will need glue or tape down there. That will glue to there. Okay, so we'll do that. And then I'm going to round the corners as well. So the rest is decoration. Now I've got an embossing folder here which is tufted, and it isn't going to quite fit, but I'm going to cut another piece of card and I'm going to emboss it. So I'm going to have the top embossed. So I'm going to cut that and I'll be back. Okay, I've changed my mind because the embossing folder just wasn't long enough and I didn't like the gap, so I found some of this beautiful paper and I have popped that on there, and it was 6 3/4 by, I think it was just slightly under 2 inches. But what I'm going to do is I've made this little bow out of a die that I have, and I'm going to pop that just along here. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there, and then I'm going to turn it over, and what I've got is this little die which I think is a tonic die, and it makes like a sort of a little faux zip, and you get the little zip as well. And with this pocket, I'm going to make this a little pocket on the back. So I'm going to glue this on. Well, actually I'm not. I'm going to glue this over this pocket. So I'm going to put some glue on the bottom, glue this just over there, so it's making it look like a little faux pocket. Then the little zip would go just somewhere there at the end, and then this can now go on the back. So I've sort of made it more like a little clutch bag or something. Okay, so that's that on there. I've already popped some Velcro on, and then obviously you would get your money in there. And I'm going to need to stick this down a bit more, but you can, you know, personalize them and do it any way you like really, but I do think it looks nice as a little clutch bag or something. Definitely for a woman it would make a beautiful little money wallet. And then I cut a little piece of gold paper which is 8 inches by 1/2 inch, and I wanted to kind of attach this as like a little handle, so like sort of in there, like a little carry handle. So I'm gonna pop some glue on there. Yeah, so I've popped a little brad in so that you can actually move the little handle just like that, and then you can get loads of notes in there. Beautiful little gift. And then you could put like a little piece of card over there if you wanted to. Isn't that so pretty? So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this next one is really easy, and I saw this on by a lady who is Book Eye Inklands, and I thought it was dead simple. I've got a piece of double-sided paper which is 4 by 12 inches, and on the long side I've scored at 4 inches and 8 inches. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, we have our 8-inch score line. I'm going to bring this down, okay, just to the score line. Just get it all level, all in line with everything. Okay, so we have that. So that will go over like this. Then this piece here, you want to bring this back up so it sort of meets in the middle, and you don't want it to sort of overlap. You want it to all be as even as you can get it, really, which that seems okay. So that's what you will have. So this piece here is where your card is going to go. So that will slot in there, but obviously we're going to have glue just along this bottom here. So I'm going to get my glue. Okay, so that's where your card would go. And then this bit here, I've got like a couple of little pieces that I've cut out, which will, sorry, I've got my cat just there being a pest. This will just get glued onto the first bit here, so you could stamp a message or whatever, and then if you line it up on the inside, you could then write a little message in like that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp a little sentiment that I've got. There. How easy and quick are them? And you could make 3 out of a 12 by 12 piece of patterned paper. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, I have another one for you. This has took about 4 times to record, because as you can see I've got tons of them, because it's just hasn't been going right. I think I've sussed it now, I hope. Basically, I think you can get a die of this, but I haven't got the die, and I wanted to make one without it. The card will sit in here like this, and then it will fold flat, and the card's basically got its own little sort of holder, if you like. Right, I've got a piece of card for the actual card base, which is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Score this in the middle on the long side at 3 1/8. Now that's all we need to do to that one, apart from our decoration, which I've cut some paper and stuff to go on the front, but I'll do that later. So the bit that we're going to work on is 4 by 6 inches. Right, take a pencil and a ruler. Honestly, I'm tired of doing this now. Right, let me get it right. This was the one that went sort of right. Measure up from the bottom 2 1/4 inches. Okay. On the other side, 2 1/4, and measure up. Now, those two little pencil lines are 2 1/4. Draw in from them, so make these pencil marks extend to 3/4 of an inch, both of them. Okay, so 3/4, 3/4. And if you want, you can draw 2 little lines, but don't draw it too thick because we'll have to rub them out. Now again, from these little pencil lines, measure up 2 1/4 inches again. And I've got the ruler right, so I'm just going to draw the other line. So again, 2 1/4, measure up, and I'm going to draw that line on there now, just so they both should be the same really. And then you can draw a line which will make them into sort of little rectangle boxes. Okay, so you should have them. Now what we need to do is measure down from the top of these boxes to 1/2 inch and just mark it 1/2 inch. And these will be, you will have to score these will be some little score lines. Okay, as will them and them. So I think I've got that right now, I hope. Yeah, so take a ruler and something to cut down these 2 long lines. If this doesn't go right, I'm scrapping it and I will do something else because it's frustrating us now. Okay, so I've got the 2 cut lines. Score all those lines as I said. So we're going to score the little faint ones. Score the bottom ones. So that's what you should have. Now we need to score the middle of this card. On the long side it's 6 inches. We need to score it 3, but we don't want to score these boxes. We only want to score the middle. So I suppose I'm going to have a guesstimate of where the score line will be, and I think that's not too bad. So can you see I've only scored the middle? And now it should go right, I hope. So obviously, well, we'll fold this one up, this one up. This little one will be a mountain that will go back. And then this one will go up as well. So when we start to lift this up, I think it might have actually worked this time. It will sit up like that. So what I'm going to do is push these slightly up. Can you see? Just like this. Push them up. And then when we go to fold it, it should fold flat. Hooray, it's worked finally. And then just burnish all that down. There we go, that's what you will have. So you need to rub out any pencil marks you've got. Where's my rubber? I've got a rubber somewhere. So I'm kind of thinking it's put itself an extra score line in here, which I don't think I put in. Obviously it's been the right one to fold, so when I said score down from the top, which was 1/2 inch, no, it's 3/4. So make that 1/2 inch a 3/4 inch line, because I think that's maybe what the problem. I think this line is meant to be a line to put a slit in, to put the card in. So yeah, mark, as I said originally, at 1/2 inch, but don't score it or anything, just pencil mark it. Score further down at 3/4. I hope you can understand that. So rub out your pencil lines. Yeah, that's definitely what was the problem, I think. So the card is going to sit in here. So that line that we originally scored, all you need to do is just cut it. So halfway, I would say, just cut it halfway from the edge. Hope you can even see, halfway from the edge to the middle. So can you see? Because that is where the card will sit in. So I'm hoping it's enough. There we go, and then it will fold flat again. So it's up to you how you decorate it. What I've done is I've cut, actually I'm going to leave that in there, I've cut some little pieces of paper to go over here because I thought it might look a bit nicer. So we scored, this needs to get glued into here. So you want glue all on the back. And then I'm going to stick it just before the score line. You can open that up and start to press that down. And then this side you want glue all around there. Oh. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I have another one. Now, I've got two envelope punch boards, the mini one and the big one. I've made this little envelope on the small one, but then when I'm going to make it on the bigger one, it's given us a different measurement. So I'm curious to see what it turns out like, but I think most of you will have the big punch board rather than the small one. So I want to make an envelope which is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. It's telling me my paper needs to be 5.5 inches square, and I need to score at 2 3/8. So I'm gonna fold and burnish it. And it's basically just going to be a little envelope. You're going to be able to get your little gift card in there like so. So I've cut a piece of card which is 2.5 by 3.5, and I'm just going to stamp a sentiment, and we're going to make it sort of just look like a Santa suit, so really quick and easy. So I'll stamp that, stick it in, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've stamped just a Merry Christmas on there, and you can pop your little card in. You can have it with a glue dot, it's entirely up to you. So I've got a little piece of black card here which is 1.25 by 8 inches, and I want to wrap this around as a little belly band. You don't want to pull it too tight, and I don't know if it's, well, it should just fit. Maybe make it 8.25. It was because I made it for this one, but the other punch board has given us a different size, so I don't quite know why. But anyway, maybe make it 8.25 just to be on the safe side. So that's a little bit small. And then I've just used a little layer and die set again to just cut out the little belt. But I think it's a really quick and simple little way. You may even get a little scratch card in there actually, as well as a gift card. And then your little belly band comes off, and then inside you've got your little card. So yeah, I like these. These are really cute. Definitely make this card. I see it's just not big enough now because, like I see, I made it for that one. Make it 8.5 by 1.25. So we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, we're going to move on to the last one. I forgot what you call this. I think it's some kind of hide and reveal card or something. Anyway, you need a piece of card which is 10 by 5 7/8. You're going to score the long side at 4 1/8 and 8.25 inches. You've got another piece for the inside which is 7 by 4.5. Score the long side at 1/2 inch, 3 1/4 inches, 3 3/4, and 4 1/4. Okay. So this is going to be your main card. And that bit will fold in. So we need to decorate the front of it. I'll put all the sizes on my blog for what you need. So I've got a piece for the front, and I'm not necessarily going to make this a Christmas card. I mean, you can, but it can be for any time of the year. So that's the front. We need a piece down here. Then we need a couple of pieces for the inside. So take the other little bit we've got. This 1/2 inch strip is going to go back, okay? And then you're going to fold all these in. Because what's going to happen is you're going to glue these together. So it's going to stick out like that. So when you open it, it's sort of like a little book, if you get what I mean. So you want to glue down both of these score lines, and you want to glue this together. And then it should open up like this. Okay, so this is going to be your front. So I've got a piece for the front. Then the inside, I'm going to have another one of them, and then I'm going to put a white piece of card where I would have the gift card. Now I was going to make a little pocket for the gift card to slide in, but I don't want to bulk it out anymore because it may not like slide in and out. So I think the best way to just attach it, I've lost my card I've been using, is to just use a glue dot and have your little card on there like that. So you're going to open this up, and down this 1/2 inch strip you want glue, and you want to glue it just before the score line, so that when this is glued in here, this will be hidden in here and it will open up like this. Okay, so glue down this 1/2 inch one. As I said, you want to glue it in the middle just before the score line, so it doesn't interfere with the card folding, and when that goes over, that will be hidden with that. So you're going to want glue on the top of here, glue on the bottom of here, and you're going to glue this over here. So that's what you should have. Then when you close it, can you see that is going to slide in and out? How cool is that? So as I said, I've made a little pretendy gift card, and I would just pop mine on there with a little glue dot, so when the person gets the card, they open it up. Or you could pop it on there and you could use that to write your little message and decorate it any way you want. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet, so I'm not going to decorate it anymore. But I think it's perfect for a gift card because you've got that hidden little piece inside. As you can see, it's what I'm saying. I was going to make a pocket, but it's going to bulk it out and I don't want to risk it from sliding in there. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed all of the ideas. I hope you'll give them a try. If you head over to my blog, the link's under the video. There'll be pictures and some measurements and whatnot. So thanks for watching. Take care and bye for now.